right, what's good, y'all? What's happening, man? It's FLYEERRKicks checking back in with episode 2 of Flyer Conversations, man. We got a special guest, Houston's very own, my guy Joe. I got some good questions for us today, man. Some good topics, something that you definitely can relate to, some you can, kind of give your knowledge on, and I think we're gonna have a good one, man. But first things first, man, just give yourself a small intro, um, who you are, where you're from, what you do. Just keep it brief, real quick.
Joe out of H-Town, Fifth Ward, Houston, Texas, to be exact. Um, yeah, freelance, a, a lot of things creative,
Hmm.
photography, videography, cinematography, post my own podcast, creative consultation, direction. It's a lot, the gamut.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
All right. My man does a lot of bit of
Yeah,
everything, man. But before we
yeah.
get into the sneakers and the content and everything, bro, just want to do like a general check-in, bro. Just how you doing in life, like in real life, like outside of the social media, the shoes and the content. Like, just want to check in with you, see how you doing, bro.
Ooh, I appreciate that. I just talked about that on podcast episode I recorded today because life been whooping the shit out of me.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
life been coming with some haymakers, man. But overall, I just try to go back to the thought and the perspective of gratitude. We can complain and we justify to have complaints and, feel wrong about some stuff or not like the way something is going on. But at the end of the day, nobody want to hear it. And
Right.
at the end of the day, it's not good for you to keep repeating it to yourself either. So I just resort back to going, I allow myself to feel what I'm going through. And then I just go back to gratitude and getting still, getting quiet so I can hear God, working out, and just focusing on the work. So yeah, life is definitely, and I don't, it's not. Everybody not going through the same thing in life, but if you pay attention to the news or social media, it's a lot of stuff going on out
Yeah,
here. So even if it's nothing directly impacting you, all this is impacting all of us in some kind of
one
way. So
way or another.
yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, yeah, I'm glad you're good, bro. I know we're gonna go through ups and downs, bro, but overall, man, I'm always happy to see we see each other a lot in
Yeah.
passing, a lot of different things, whether it's in town, out of
Different
town, bro.
cities.
Yeah, yeah. Facts, man. It's always good to see you, bro. Um,
But how
but
you doing,
man,
man?
I'm good, bro. I can't complain, man. Honestly, I'll be busy, like I said, man. I'll be working a lot. But it's what I signed up for. I'm definitely good. Life is good. Family good. Everybody's straight, man. So I can't really complain. Nothing outside of the ordinary daily, trials and stuff like that, man. Nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing just holding me down too much. So I'm good, bro. I really can't
Good.
complain, man. Really can't complain. Um, but so I know it's the end of the day. It's 8 o'clock. So if you don't got nothing on right now, let's just start with what you had on today, or what you got on feet, or what you wore recently. If you got on flip flops right now.
Now I got on my slippers,
Yeah, I
but
feel
I
it.
had these on earlier today.
Good pair.
Went
Good pair.
went quality and comfort on it today.
Mhm.
It stand out. It's not just a regular Air Force. Low key, quality there.
Yeah.
Comfort. These are some of the most comfortable shoes, period out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
had to pull them out today and get some work done.
So I can say great minds a little bit. I had some airs on today too. I
Yeah.
went to air.
I mean, that's not a bad choice either.
Yeah, yeah,
Them is definitely fitting the same thing, like
yeah.
comfort, quality, just what I'm saying, get it done, but with a little style, a little pizzazz to it.
Exactly what it is, man. Exactly what it is. All right, man. Let's jump into a little bit of your sneaker history, bro. Just going back to whether it's your childhood, teenage years, high school, whenever it kind of started for you, bro. What was that first like sneaker memory, that core memory that hits that you just kind of keep in your head? Whether it was pops getting you a pair, your cousin giving you a pair, like what was that? What's that earliest one?
I mean, yeah, okay. I'm glad you said earliest because it's my sneaker journey is segmented.
Okay.
I guess I'll say the earliest would be Honestly speaking, I was crazy about Prestos.
Okay.
The very first shoe though that I don't know, it's around the same. No, it's not the same time frame. It's not the same time frame, but I would say Prestos, because the 17s were a little bit before, but the Jordan 17 was the shoe that made me like what is this? Like
Mm,
I want something like this, knowing I wasn't gonna be able to
right.
get it. The Presto was a little bit more budget friendly at the time, and so the Presto was the one when I was like, dog, like we got this Presto. It's you ain't gotta tie your shoes up.
Yeah.
I think I was in the fifth grade when the Presto. I was in the either fourth or fifth grade when Prestos dropped, and I was just like, yeah, I got to get these Prestos. And so I remember the very first pair I got. Well, really, the only pair I got it was the black pair with the metallic gray
Hmm.
across. But yeah, that was my first one where I was like, I gotta have it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it just went crazy after that.
Yeah.
After that, after I got that pair, I was like, oh, okay, if I could ask for stuff around this price point, I'd be good.
Yeah.
So I say the Prestos, that was what, 2004, I was going to high school. So I'm gonna say, I think that was 2000. 2000,
Right.
2000 in that area. That's
Okay.
when I got the Prestos, and that was it after that.
Okay. Okay. So, you mentioned the Presto. So, was that um the same time where you were like, okay, I need to start keeping my shoes clean? Or was it a shoe after that that made you think, you kind of like that shoe, but was it like, oh, I need to start keeping these clean? I'm cleaning my shoes. Is what I'm trying to stay fresh. Was it the Presto? Was it another shoe after that where you was
Nah,
going
so
for the
after
fresh
the
tip?
Presto, because the Presto, it had that mesh upper, so it was, I mean, I'm in elementary school,
Yeah.
I'm
Facts.
dogging my shoes.
Facts.
So I think honestly speaking, because I can't, I was hard on shoes. That was another reason I didn't get shoes like that. So I can't even lie. I think the very first pair of shoes that made me that made me clean them
Yeah.
up was all black forces.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
cause I had eight eyes. I had eight eyes after the Presto. After the Prestos, I went into my era of I had a pair of dot eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I went into my era of eight eyes and T Max. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
all. But I would always they would my parents would always buy me black shoes because I was just hard on
Yeah.
shoes. They ain't buy me no white shoes. I had a white pair, but that white pair it would probably be like K
Yep.
Swiss or like a Academy generic Nike. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't just crazy, but my black pair would be my pair that I could just stunt with.
Yeah.
And so it was black Air Force Ones. Cause I remember I used to clean them boys up with the toothbrush on Friday nights. I used to put some shoe shine, got my pawpaw shoe
Yeah.
shine, used to shine them boys up so they could stay as fresh as long as possible. And it was that first pair of black forces
Yeah.
that I used to sit down, toothbrush, rub them, wipe them, get them clean so they could look brand new.
Yeah. Right. H-Town Kick say I think that's everybody's shoe that make them start cleaning the white or black forest. Not that's
Yeah,
pretty much true.
because they get so forces attract. As soon as you take your force out the box, it don't matter what color. You
Yeah.
put them on, and as soon as you could walk around the house in them cool. As
Mm.
soon as you step outside, dirt just say, "Hey,
Yeah.
oh, Air Force One, let's hop on it." And
Yeah.
that's just what it do. So Air Force Ones for sure. That was the first one that was like, I gotta clean it, and then after that, it was pretty much every shoe after that.
Yeah. Straight up. Straight up. All right. All right. Now, what was the first pair of shoes you bought with your own money? Like, your cash, you
Shoot,
cashed out, saved up on. These mean a lot to you. So, what's that first pair you bought with your own money, man?
I wanted to say so. My memory be failing me on this because at one point I thought it was the cool gray threes,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I'm lying. It was the Black Cat threes
Okay.
because I think my aunt bought me. That was the last. That was one of the last pairs she bought for me was the cool grays,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember the summer the Black Cat threes dropped. I I was working at Pizza Hut, saved up all my money, and I bought the Black Cat threes, and I had the Blackberry Pearl too.
Yeah,
That was the highlight of my
yeah,
summer. And so like the Blackberry Pearl, Black Cat threes, that was the first one I was like, yeah, I just bought my money. And after that, is it's been no hope for my pockets ever since that Black Cat 3. That's why I had to get them this year. But I was just a little bit upset that they they ain't put the Black Cat on the heel and on the heel
hmm
tab. But it's all good, you
yeah,
know. Like
yeah,
retros ain't supposed to be 1-to-1.
yeah,
But you know, if it's that important, I'll take them to Hacky or something and get it stitched on there.
yeah, yeah. That's the same with me, man. I'm my shoe like that is like the black metallic file. So I got every iteration, no matter what it's gonna look like, I'm gonna grab it regardless.
Yeah,
Whether it's reimagined, 11, 16, off white, doing Becker, that black metallic file,
yeah,
that's my shoe.
yeah.
So well, however it come, I'm gonna take it
However
every
it come
time.
out, like, I'm
Yeah,
obligated. I can't. Oh, the black suede, a new back. Okay,
yeah,
hey, it's cool. I
yeah,
just let me
yeah,
get it, and we go on about our
yeah.
business.
Straight up. All right. So how was it getting shoes growing up? Was mama or auntie, you mentioned earlier, was mama or auntie buying you one pair a semester, one pair for the school year? Um, like what was that looking like?
So mom's, it was a traditional white pair, black
Yeah.
pair. That's what it was. Whatever could be afforded at that time.
Mhm.
And my mom had me in some dope shoes. Like um on next Friday, you remember, and shout out to Good Burger for helping me to identify these shoes. On next Friday, you remember the Nikes that Craig had on with the FUBU
Yep.
jersey, the Saunders?
Yep.
So I had a pair of those in elementary school, and I hope Nike retros that shoe just because of the strength of that. So my mom kept me in a fresh white. It was a fresh white pair and a fresh black pair.
Yeah.
And that was through elementary. That was through middle school, and then I grew into 12th grade. I mean 8th grade year. I was in a size 12, and
Dang.
then after when I went from 8th grade year, and I guess maybe first semester of 9th grade year, I went from before the second semester, I went to a size 13. And so when I went to a size 13, I'll take care of my shoes. It's just like all I would ask for was money for Christmas and money for my birthday. My birthday around Thanksgiving every year.
Yeah.
Christmas back though, just give me money. I don't want nothing else. Just give me
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy shoes. But growing up, it was white or black. Sometimes it'll be a earth tone, like a brown. Like I remember I had this brown and bubble gum, this brown and gum bottom pair of K
Yeah.
Swiss. To this day, that's one of my favorite pair of shoes I ever had.
Yeah.
I love that shoe.
Yeah.
But it'll be like white, black, sometimes an earth tone, just kind of keep it neutral. Cause every school I went to until I went to ninth grade, I was in
Mm.
uniform. So it was like it didn't make sense. And again, the price of shoes and my foot was growing so
Yeah.
rapidly. My mom's wasn't finna do
Yeah.
all that. You know what I'm saying? So, but my aunt, that's a different story.
Yeah. See,
My
oh,
aunt, a different
yeah.
story.
Yeah. It was kind of the same way with me, man. We did a lot of two for 89, a lot of white and black K Swiss, white and black soldiers, Reebok.
Reebok,
Yeah, some white
yeah.
and black feelers, like all white, all black.
Feelers,
Yeah, it was a whole lot of that going on, man.
yeah.
Whole lot of that going on. All right. What shoe in your collection has your favorite story attached to it? Like maybe like how you got them, or even the actual story of the shoe. So it can be either way.
Sure. I gotta go.
Yeah, we
I
want to
gotta
see,
go.
man. We want to see. Don't be afraid to get up and go grab
Nah,
something, man.
I ain't. They
Yeah,
right here at all times.
straight up.
I gotta go with these right here. My black tongue, fire red
Oh,
fives.
yeah.
Like this shoe right here. When this come out this year, I'm getting as many pairs as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't gotta buy them ever again.
Mm-hmm.
But that shoe right there is what started this collection that I have right now. Like that shoe, when it came out, it don't even look like this shoe It's from '06, but it
Yeah.
is. But I love the shoe. It's been through some weather too, but that shoe right there is what started the Black Time Fire at Fives. My aunt bought them for me for Christmas that year. Had the headband, the shorts, t-shirt, um, every baller bands, whatever.
Yeah.
That is my favorite Jordan 5 of all time in a
Yeah.
landslide. And one of my top favorite just shoes, Jordans of all time. And that right there alone, and it's just such a good shoe. And that alone is what makes that shoe like, cause you know they had retros of it, but the I think the one retro it didn't have a 23 on
Oh, that's
the
right.
side.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah,
Mhm.
I think I bought it, but I ended up selling it.
Yeah.
I bought the with the metallic ton, I ended up selling it.
Hmm.
This one right here though, that shoe is so special to me. Like it's one of them shoes like when you talk about retiring and stuff. When I get that shoe, that's on the retirement list.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna start count down the years. Like okay, it's almost that time because that's one of them ones that has that just the story of it is just a reverence. I remember I got this shoe, and the day I wore them to school, it was crazy outside, and I don't know if everybody used to do this. I don't know if people who did this in what regions or whatever, but I never forget. I tied some Fiesta bags around them boys,
Yes,
and
sir.
I rolled, I walked up to school,
Yes, sir.
and that was what it was. And I did that when I got to school, until I got to school, and
Uh,
when I was leaving back, going back home.
yeah.
And that's just one of them shoes. And then not knowing that we'll see it the way that they retroed it right now, like that's one is that shoe right there holds a lot of weight. And then if I could think of anything else, I guess I'ma always have to throw black cement threes in there. It's just
Yeah.
I mean the history. I know Ye been tripping recently, but
Yeah. But
you
he made
know
it famous, bro. He's
yeah,
famous.
man, like for our generation or near our generation, Ye, even Jay-Z would rock them. Like
Hmm.
the Black Cement 3, man. I know they was on Kid and Play cover and everything. I get that.
Yeah.
But for us, that was like the shoe.
Yeah.
Like so that one's in there too with the Black Tongue Fire Red 5.
Yeah. You ain't wrong, man. You ain't wrong. Do you have a current favorite brand or collaborator or both? If you want to give a little bit of both.
I mean, it ain't no question with me. My favorite brand is I'm gonna say always, but Nike Jordan brand
Yeah.
is
Straight up.
just like
Straight up.
that's I dabble.
Hmm.
I dabble. I'm not that's not to say Adidas don't have good stuff. New Balance, Puma, Asics, Saucony, none of the like it's not to say any Reebok, whatever. It's just Nike and Jordan brand is just what I grew up on.
Yeah.
So that's that. Favorite collaborator. Of course, I'm on my
Okay.
year. Um, when I think about the way that Joe Freshgoods, the way his angle at telling the black experience,
Man.
he's in there with me. Like the way he goes about sharing the black experience,
Hmm.
it's just be like. Somebody might look at this as a wrong in a wrong way, but it just be on some nigga shit. And I'm not saying that you understand, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that in a derogative way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like it's just
Yeah.
raw. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't button up. It ain't nothing. It's just you gonna get he's giving people a peek into everyday lives of most of us or how we grew
Fact,
up, right?
man.
So he's in there for sure. I mean, and then you have you know, your heavy other heavy hitters, your unions,
Yeah.
your undefeateds,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, but those two, the Whitaker group and Joe Freshgoods are like my two. That's my two.
Yeah.
Like
All right.
that's my two. Easily off the top, that's my two.
Yeah. Same for me, bro. They telling stories that like it's from the neighborhood. It's like it's the exact out like some of them videos and visuals they put out in them stories,
Man,
inside
yeah,
voices and your
yeah,
outside clothes.
yeah,
Like this is like real life stuff that
yeah,
I went through, like
yeah,
real life. So I like
yeah.
spot on, bro. Spot on. Next question, bro. How did where you're from and who you grew up around like influence your sneaker and fashion choices?
I mean, so Fifth Ward is historically known as the Bloody Nickel.
Mm.
So, it's your typical, you grow up in the hood, you got your D-boys, you got your hustlers, you got your pimps, you know, you got all of that. And so it was just always like how I grew up, the era I grew up in, you ain't have to be the most colorful or had the most, layers and cuts and all that. As long as you was starched down
Yeah.
and you was crispy
Yeah.
and you ain't had no
Yeah.
wrinkles and you smelled
Yeah.
good, you had a fresh cut and you had a fresh pair of kicks on. Like that's all that
Mm.
matters. You had forces, you had your Air Maxes,
Yeah.
you had your Joy, J's. We was just crazy about J's out here. Like I know every like different reasons, different things, and I know for the city you could say Air Force Ones for sure.
Mm.
But just specifically where I was, Jays was just if you had the Jays, and I know that's like that a lot of places, if you had the Jays, you had paper. That
Yeah.
was like
Yeah. Big time.
you know what I'm saying? That was like you was elite
Mm.
if you had Jays, but if you didn't have the Jays and you had a fresh pair of forces, get out of here. Your Dickie starts down, your
Yeah.
jeans starts down,
Yeah.
you got you a fresh tee
Yeah.
on. Hey, what's up? Little gold chain.
Yeah.
Little gold bracelet, little, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
that's what it was, man. Like, and that's what I associated with just being fresh. Like, it didn't take a lot. It didn't take a lot. You just had to, you know what I'm saying, like it was really, if you think about it, big on personal hygiene and being prideful in what you putting on.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't have to have like all this name brand. Of course, Polo, Tommy Hilfiger at the time. Of course, that was gonna always be in there,
Yeah.
and then your other brands when they rolled through the South, because we got to it late.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Your Echo, your Mecca, your
Mhm.
all, you know what I'm saying? Niche, like it hit us too, but all you had to do is be fresh, iron your clothes, throw on the fresh pair of Nikes,
Yeah.
keep it moving.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree, bro. I completely agree with that. We're one and the same with that. Um, it was someone asked you to describe the current sneaker and fashion culture here in Houston. How would you kind of describe that?
I do not know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's a
don't.
fact.
I don't know. And I don't say that in no judging way. I don't say that in no in a bad way.
Mm.
I don't know. Like I think we going through some type of transition, I guess. From what I observe, I don't know. It's almost looking like, to me, the best way I can say it is, well, let me not say it like that because that might be like that might not be the right way to say that. The best way I can describe it is, and it's not the best way to say it. It's like an identity crisis, but that might not be right. What might be the best way to say it is we shifting. We
Yeah.
shifting. And we're representing Houston is now representing all of the different regions and cultures and heritages that is out here
Yeah.
now. Like, you know, you knew if somebody's from Houston, but like I said, what I was talking about, you had your track suits, whatever, polo, tummy, fresh tee, stars down, whatever. But now, like, you step outside and it's like a runway.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that's not where I get in or fit in. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I might have a jacket that's popping one time, or some pants that might be, have a little something to it, but it's not, yeah, it's different now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's different. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. And I understand the identity crisis. That's not in
Yeah,
a negative way, but
I'm not
it's
saying,
it's
yeah,
yeah, not a
yeah,
negative way.
I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's everybody. It's a big. Just like you said,
Hodgepodge. It's a
yeah,
hodgepodge. It's everything right now.
yeah, yeah,
You know
all
what I'm
that,
saying?
all that. Last question on sneakers for now. What's your favorite and least favorite parts of the current state of sneakers? Like, give me some pros and cons you seeing like right now, whether it's trends, shoes selling out or not selling out, too many collabs, like whatever it is. Just how you feeling about shoes just as a whole right now?
I'm gonna be real. Favorite is it. All the shoes I wanted.
Yeah,
All the shoes I had and gave up.
hmm
Um, they coming back out right now.
man.
Now, my banking account don't like that. My credit card might not
Yeah,
like that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But I'm loving the fact that all of the shoes that I wanted, that I missed out on, or that I had messed up, grew out of them, sold, donated, whatever, I'm able to get
yeah.
them now because Jordan and Nike is releasing them.
Mm-hmm.
And then not even just Jordan and Nike. Like you got some Reeboks that be in here and there. You got some Adidas that be in here and
Mm-hmm.
there. So that's my favorite part. It is a lot of shoes. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
And some of them I do have to say, look, I'm out the game. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't do one of your blessings on all of them. I can't I can't say bless them all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's if you want what you want, it's a good time to get in, you know what I'm saying, and do that. And then I guess it's not too many collaborations for me. I mean, because collaboration is trial and error. You're gonna do something, it's gonna be a hit. You're gonna do something, it's gonna be a miss. You're gonna do something, people gonna get tired. You're gonna do something, you gotta pivot, go back to the drawing board. There's nothing wrong with collaborations. Um, only thing wrong is I can't get them all because it'll be $1,000 a lick.
Man,
I can't do that. You
man.
know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's the only thing. But I guess the only thing, the main thing, it just be the dialogue. Um, Sometimes it's good to talk about everything, but at the same time, sometimes my conversations get away from us loving this shit.
Yeah,
And I just be like, all right, man, I ain't got it. It ain't that ain't I have nothing to contribute because yeah, my gripes ain't what everybody gripes is, and I just love these. I just love the kicks, dog. Like I be like, damn, y'all ain't like the pitch yellow midsole. I love them. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just be over here with my pitch yellow threes and keep it moving. It's cool. Like
yeah,
I it's just some of the rhetoric and the dialogue be getting kind of crazy. Especially with women too. Like with women, like the way that men be talking and stuff, but it's just a reflection of what society is. That's like it be a reflection of what society is, which is not good about how some conversations are steered toward women in this game. Is it's kind of crazy. It'd be crazy because I'd be like, dog, we doing this over this right here.
yeah,
Over you talking about y'all doing that, all that over. Come on, dog.
yeah,
Let's just keep it cool, keep it G, and keep it
yeah,
pushing. So
yeah. I agree, man.
yeah,
It's a lot of it's definitely a lot of back and forth dialogue. It's a lot of people that just want to be the voice and be right all the time.
yeah.
It's okay to have different opinions.
It's
Like
okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's
okay.
okay for real.
Everybody don't gotta pick sides. Like it's
Nah,
okay.
it ain't it
It's
don't even
okay.
really be no
Yeah.
size. It just be what you like. Okay, cool. I
Yeah.
like it too. Cool. Let's talk about that. You don't like it? Cool. I like it. Cool. We can talk about it. Oh, we don't have to talk about it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Straight up. All right. Let's move into like a little kind of like day to day-ish, I guess you could say. I kind of met you and I see you at a lot of like Man Year social Whitaker group overall events. Like what's your relationship with Whitaker group and like how did that come about? How long has that been a thing? Like what does that look
Shoot.
like?
I say when they first came out here in
Mm-hmm.
2017, it's just been showing love and support since then.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and been fortunate to do some work for them, work with them,
Mm-hmm.
and just also just be in like rooms of
Yeah.
conversations, and that started with James.
Yeah.
Like James, he is not the same now as things has grown. I'm not talking about between him and
Yeah.
I, but just when James first came out, like when the Whitaker group first came out here to Houston, it was just like, and James is still that way. He just probably not gonna be able to respond to you, but he open.
Yeah.
He one of the most open people that is in that position that I've ever met in my life. Like, and I've met so many owners and founders and stuff like that, but he's one of the rare few that is just open
Yeah.
and will talk to
Yeah.
you about life and money and business and how to move and being black and his experience. And so that really, the connection started with just me supporting, like genuinely supporting. Because this, you got to think about it, 2017, I ain't know shit about seeding.
Yeah.
You know, that's a hot,
Yeah.
you know, that's a hot thing. Now, I ain't know nothing about no seeding and gifting. I'm not like an influencer, so like I wouldn't know about that. You're not going, people wouldn't send me stuff like that to, you know what I'm saying, drive interest in that way.
Yeah.
And so it was just genuinely, I told James this before, like, it's kind of scary because James did and is doing something that I wanted to do since I was like 18, and that was galvanize the community through stories, through shoes.
Yeah.
And so that's how my connection started. And then from there, James, me and Mark have a very good relationship, and just yeah, that's just what it was. That's what it is, I should say.
Yeah. And I also remember like at the beginning of like the community efforts that we kind of do with like Be Social and Mayor and stuff. You were tasked with like hosting that initial conversation with James. Like, how did that like opportunity present itself? And like, were you nervous like doing something like that, or was it like, dang, like I've been waiting for something like this? Like, just kind of just talk about that a little bit, man.
It's crazy. I was not
Okay.
nervous, because I was already hosting my podcast and Be Social.
Right.
So it was just like another podcast episode. The hardest part was trying to keep James in check
Yeah.
for the conversation.
Yeah.
The hardest part,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? And we had already talked about how it was gonna go, and he still went out. He did what I knew he was gonna
Mm-hmm.
do. He went out script, and I was prepared for it, and
Yeah.
played off that. But nah, it was like it was a great moment because it reached out to me and was like, "Yo, um, we doing the in the different cities," and was like, we already know what you
Yeah.
do, so would you, would you be interested in? I'm like, yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah. So we did it. It was great,
Mm-hmm.
great turnout,
Mm-hmm.
great conversation. Seeing some of the things coming to fruition. A lot more work to be done,
Yeah.
but I love I love what has been done so
Yeah.
far, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. All right. Let's talk about a little bit of content, man. I know you do a lot in front of and behind the camera. But let's talk about the podcast, Thoughts for the Soul. How, why, what made you start it? What does that look like for you?
Man, and so Thoughts for the Soul, it's so crazy because another thing, right? So Thoughts for the Soul, I wanted Thoughts for the Soul to be like when I originally created it, I wanted it to be a mixture. Like one week an episode be about shoes, and then the next week an episode will be with somebody that was just crushing it in the industry, they field, they space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so started it, was doing it. I had actually just got off another podcast that I was doing with this dude in Dallas, his name Roswell,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a podcast together. And then like COVID happened, and it was just like, dog, we couldn't really meet up, record no more. And it was just like, yo, I want to keep this going. And so kept it going, kept started my own podcast. And it started just to motivate through COVID, through the pandemic. And it was something I had always wanted to do. Man, before Thoughts for the Soul, I want to put this out there. I probably started or planned 5 podcasts with about 7 different co-hosts.
Man.
And they either made it through 2 or 3 episodes, didn't get off the ground, and that was it. And
Yeah.
so like I was like, really, it was just like, yo, you really want to do this?
Yeah.
Do it by yourself. It was really that. And so I started it, and it went. It didn't go the way I was thinking it was gonna go, and so it ended up going from just. It just started being a mixture of things, shoes, entrepreneurs, creatives, and it's just thought for the soul, just a play on SOUL,
Mm-hmm.
just because I love shoes. I talk about shoes, but I talk about life too,
Yeah.
and that's really what it has turned into. A venting session for me, therapy, me having a conversation with myself.
Yeah.
So, or when I have a guest, learning about their background, learning about how shoes have or fashion has helped them navigate their life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's really how that came about.
Okay. Who's been your favorite guest or like what's been your favorite episode so far?
And you know what? Let me take it back. So and Thoughts for the Soul started tripping. Thoughts for the Soul started before 2020. That's when I started doing it solo. Thoughts for the Soul started in like 2016, 2015.
Man.
Me and my boy Jesse went to high school together. I don't know what his collection is now, but Jesse, man, his
One of them.
collection, the boy collection filled up his bedroom, his closet, his the hallway closet. He had another room storage, like his collection, and this was all by 2015, 2016. His collection was stupid,
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
And so we started it together, but we worked so much. Jesse worked at one of the oil
Yeah.
plants, and then I was in vet med, and so we both working 12-hour shifts. We ain't had time to record, so we stopped it. And so then in 2020, I was like, bro, like I really want to, bring this back. Will you honor and bless me using the
Yeah.
name? He was like, yeah, bro. Like, and I gotta get him on one time, but Jesse be chilling. He be wanting to be low key, but
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but to this day, I want to say the one of the most powerful episodes was the one that me and James recorded.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because it's for so many reasons. So the day we recorded that podcast was on the anniversary of George Floyd heinous murder.
Yeah.
That which was crazy.
Facts.
The day I released it, I want to say the day I released it was on Malcolm X's birthday or something like that. It was something else that was tied into when I released it.
Yeah.
And just at that time, what made that one of the most powerful episodes is that James was so open when we talked.
Yeah.
It was on some like just we talking,
Mm-hmm.
and and you don't really get to see him do that on in a lot of other conversations.
Yeah.
And that conversation was just so open. Um, one of my other favorites. Cause my favorites change all the time. But
Yeah.
one of my other favorites for sure, I got 2 other favorites that I can just name out top of my head. Is with term Jason from Point. If if anybody want to go learn about this life journey, um, about the industry, and you want some hidden gems, and you want to put some pieces together, that's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to that episode with Jason Sherm. That was one of my favorite episodes. And then also the one I did with Mo from My Hood, Mo Bamba.
Yeah.
Um, that was one of my favorite episodes. that was like in the peak of her run. Like we had that sit down conversation, and she shares so many gems and just so much things, positivity, motivation about life, perspective on life. And so those would be like as of right now, off the top of my head,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say those are probably like three of my favorite ones.
Yeah, I know, and I know that it's like when people ask Michael Jordan which one of his shoes his favorite. I mean, they all
You
his
got
favorite.
a favorite for a reason, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like I
yeah,
could give
yeah,
you
yeah.
I could tell you every guest I've had on had it's something from it that has made it my
Yeah,
favorite. But just
understood.
off the top of my head, I'll go with those three.
Yeah, straight up, straight up, straight up. All right. Who is someone that you want to get on the podcast that you haven't yet?
Shoot, that list.
Yeah, yeah. You
Oh
just give me two or three.
man. Um, I, I gotta get you on there,
Yeah,
but I'm trying to have a different setup. I just ain't even been in the space to do in person. Yeah. I
yeah,
would yeah, it's just life, right?
yeah,
But it's so many people in the city. Um, but if we want to talk about, of course, you have your people that you would consider to be your elite, your top, like your Joe Fresh Goods, your Chris, your Chris Gibbs.
yeah,
Um, it's just I try to I want guests like that, but at the same time, whenever if I ever have the opportunity, I just want to talk about something different because we didn't already heard most of the
yeah,
stuff, right? So I really want to try. I've been trying to work on just doing stuff when I have it in person is just in Houston, really.
yeah,
So in Houston, that list is even longer.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, for sure, when I get it back rolling, you, I do want to get eventually, Ranu on there. Been trying to get Yay on there, but he be acting shy. Yeah, I'm talking about him.
yeah,
He be acting shy.
yeah,
Even though he be on, IG all the time,
yeah,
but hey, it's fine.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, and there's just some like some unknown gems out here. Because there's a lot of people out here that got collections that love shoes that just you wouldn't even know it unless you go to like you do,
yeah.
be outside and talk to
Right.
them. I really like to have conversations with people like that.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk like videos and photos, cinematography. When did you actually pick up the camera, and then when did you start taking it serious? Like when did that aspect kind of start for you?
So I got my first DSLR. I've always had a camera,
Okay.
right? Since I was a little boy. And I realized my mom is the person that started me on this camera journey because I have a picture that jogged my memory. He bought me my very first camera. It was a film camera, a toy. It took actual pictures,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a toy film
Yep.
camera. Um, and so then I had a digital camera in high school, through college, and then I got my first DSLR as a gift in 20. I want to say it was the end of 2013. I could be wrong. It might have been the end of 2014. Might have been the end of 2014. And so I had that camera. I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go kill everybody with these.
Yeah.
And I'm shooting. Pictures came out
Yeah.
horrible. I loved them, but they came out
Yeah.
horrible. And had that camera or whatever. I put that camera down for like a year because I was so disappointed in myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then one summer, I just literally took that thick ass, boring manual that come in every camera. I just read the whole thing, and that's how I learned about cameras.
Yeah.
And so I was shooting, and I was serious. It's just YouTube wasn't what it is now
Nah.
from
Fact.
learning.
Fact.
And like in anything, people ain't gonna necessarily try to teach you.
Yep.
You gotta learn it.
Yep.
So, I started, I was serious, but I was not
Mm.
good.
Mhm.
But I didn't start getting serious for real, like for real, until the first, the end of 2019, right before the pandemic. And then in the pandemic, with so much time on our hands, I started experimenting with it, and that's when I learned how to really shoot. Is during the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Okay. You remember the first shoe you actually took your time and took pictures of, like the first pair?
That I actually took time.
Mm-hmm.
This pair,
Right. Boy, what a time, man.
this pair right here.
Yeah.
This is when this shoe. I went outside. I had I had I didn't have a tripod. I don't think I might be. Maybe I did. I don't think I had a tripod. But I or if I did have a tripod, it wasn't a tripod to give me the angle that I wanted. And so what I ended up doing was taking like two shoe boxes, stacking them up. That was my tripod. Set my camera on top of that. And with Nikon, you got this app called SnapBridge.
Mm-hmm.
And so you sync your phone to your camera. And I was controlling the camera from my phones just to the settings. And that's the first pair that I took, like really took pictures of. I recently just posted them
Yeah.
that I took pictures of with my camera.
Okay.
And it's like when I did that, it unlocked other things in me for photography with people and things like that.
Um, I guess you kind of just led into it. Do you like to shoot sneakers more, or like people portraits type of photos more? What you like more geared towards now? What you like to shoot more?
I say both.
Yeah.
Um with, with shoes and product and thing, the difference is I get to be a little bit more artistic and
Mm-hmm.
creative because shoes not gonna tell me I don't like that.
Right.
With people, you are marrying two concepts together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they want you to do it in your vision and with your creativity, but it still has to be on the lines of what they want.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times, some people think that they want to do it in your creative way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But really, they scared to do that, and they just really want what they want, and that's
Yeah.
it. So it's a hybrid. But I would say when I'm doing product, I really, especially shoes, I really get to just get in my zone with it.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. All right. Let's talk like video storytelling. Like, what made you get into like those type of videos? I see you do them all the time. Like different kind of like video storytelling, just kind of like the Joe Fresh type of videos, the Mayer type of videos. What made you, get into those type of storytelling and type of vibes?
Because the Whitaker Group and Joe Fresh Goods showed me that you could do it.
Yeah,
Like they showed me and I just had to be real. Like they showed me that it's okay, you could do it.
yeah,
And so, because I think a lot of people don't realize this is still new.
yeah.
We ain't been getting visuals like this for the last 10 years.
Right.
This ain't been going on. This has been a 5-year, 6-year run.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't been getting this type of stuff at this level, this quality, this raw, this genuine, this authentic.
Yeah.
And so when they showed me, I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
bet. I got some stories personal to me and personal to people that I know. So let's do it.
Yeah.
And that's what made me get into it. I've always been afraid of video. I was always afraid because they always say, "Oh, just because you're a photographer don't mean you can do
Yeah.
videography or cinematography." But I see stuff in long form. I see stuff as movies. I see stuff as cinema.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Shit, just try it out and just do it. Get better at it." And one day I'll make an actual movie, or maybe not a movie, but like a short
Short film.
film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like because I actually like I loved. to tell stories through shoes. I always say shoes are the conversation starter, and then wherever you take the conversation from there is where you take it from. But they're not the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
It's the starting point. And we don't a lot of people don't realize how much shoes connect us all. Like connect us all deeply
Yeah.
in certain ways. Some people use shoes to cope. Some people use shoes to just get through. Some people use shoes as what like just a lot of different things.
Hmm.
Um, and so yeah, that's what made me get. I'm like, oh, you could do that. Okay, bet.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I feel that way as far as seeing it and like the storytelling part of it. But it's dope to see that you say them doing it made you think that you made you know that you can do it. Not think, made you know that you can do it. Because you putting out just as good, you feel me, quality just like they doing, man. And it's really dope to see. I enjoy looking at it. I enjoy looking at their stuff, but I definitely enjoy looking at yours. So there's somebody that I know,
I
and I know
appreciate
you at the crib in
it.
the lab, like really putting in work, editing, shooting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
shoot,
yeah.
boy.
I enjoy it, bro.
I
That's
appreciate
something
that
that I
for
want
real, man.
to for sure keep doing, man, for sure. Um, all right, which of your like shoe or storytelling videos has been your favorite so far? I know, like I said earlier, like are they all your babies? But you feel me? Which one is like your favorite? Which one kind of stands out more to you?
I'm gonna say, shoot, I can't even lie. My the first one, the one I did with the Lightning 17.
15, yeah.
That one, but the reason why I'm gonna say that, because it was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It did not turn out the way I wanted it
Mm-hmm.
to, but it turned out the way it needed to be.
Yeah.
Um, I learned uh, uh, a little bit about color grading with that one. I learned just the way you had to shoot stuff, like the dolly shot at the beginning. I was on the back of my truck,
Yeah.
like tailgate down, uh, trying to get that shot. Um, and then like just the way you have to think about it a little bit differently than content, like the way you put the scenes
Mm-hmm.
together, the voiceover, the music curation. So that first one, it because it was the reason that too is the timing of it. That shoe was like I said, the Jordan 17 was the shoe that made me just be like, yo, I love shoes. Even though I couldn't get them
Yeah.
at that time, it was a shoe that made me say, this is a thing. I love this. And I ain't trying to hoop in them. I just love them.
Yeah.
And so that
Yeah.
first one with the Jordan 17s for sure is my favorite one out of all the ones I've done so far. I'm trying to cook up something crazy for these black tongues, but
Yeah.
we're gonna see because
Yeah.
I need a little bit more
Yeah.
equipment for that. But I'm trying to cook up something crazy for these black tongues.
Okay. And last one on kind of the content tip. What are some of your goals or something you're trying to accomplish within like sneakers and content or videography? Like what's something you're trying to like work on?
Um, for sure, continue to grow the film side, the video side,
Hmm.
and just be more consistent.
Yeah.
Regardless of what's going on in life, still be consistent. That's really the main goal. Just be consistent with the content and produce enough content to where even when I do want to lay low, I still have some in the chamber.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to for me. Just be consistent.
Yeah. I can agree there. I can agree. I be trying to be consistent, man, but if people, I just be so busy, bro, and I be wanting to shoot a different little, some kind of video, whether it's YouTube or a reel or a short video for everything. But one is just so much stuff coming out, and then it just seems like it don't be enough
Yeah,
time in the day, man. But
yeah. And then
um,
the way our attention spans in this space are short.
yeah,
Like I'm finna drop some pictures that I shot. The show is being released in April or
yeah,
May. I shot them in like May.
yeah,
It's July,
yeah,
but I don't care no more.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's already
yeah,
old, but I don't care because it's impossible. it ain't impossible, but it's so difficult to keep up now. Like, first of all, you got early pairs. Second of all, you got man, it's so the volume at which shoes are releasing is difficult to be early on time. So I just say, you know what? I'm gonna take my time with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna share my thoughts on it when it's time,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. And that's when you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's the vibe that I kind of been on lately. I finally got my, what can I say? My my reels and my shorts set
Yeah,
up, perfected
yeah,
a little bit,
yeah.
so I can shoot a lot more of that. The YouTube is easier thing. Just kind of hit record and just
And you
kind of go off the flow.
just go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And that's what I like more. I like more so like the YouTube long form,
yeah.
this type of content, man. That short form stuff is new to me. So I'm not really the trendy guy. Like that's just not
And
me. I
that,
just want
and see, and that's why I fought. That's why I can't lie. I don't have a personality for that.
yeah,
I don't have
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah. That's not me.
personality for that.
That's not me. That's not me. I'm not the trendy guy, but I finally got a good setup for it. So you're gonna see a lot more like just general unboxings, like what I wore today, or just different series called What's in a Box. It's just a
Yeah,
bunch of little stuff,
and,
just
and
stuff like
listen, I got something that again that's gonna. I'm trying to do a hybrid thing where I can have it long form and it go on
yeah,
YouTube, and then I can chop it
yeah,
up the way I shoot it. I can chop it up and it live on Instagram and TikTok. So I'm right there with you.
yeah,
Like and that just do
yeah,
it, bro, and just see what it is, what how it takes off,
yeah,
how it grows, the
yeah,
traction. Because at this point, we are talking about the same shoes in different ways,
yeah.
different voices, but it's the same shoes,
Mhm.
and it's it's just how you uniquely present it. That's really the difference now.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't have said it better, bro. I couldn't have said it better, man. All right, last segment right now, bro. It's called Flyer Rapid Fire, bro. So it's gonna be a bunch of rapid fire questions. If you want to get up and grab a shoe that pertains to it, feel free to do your thing, bro. We're gonna get into this rapid fire. Um, I guess you already hit the first one. What's the favorite shoe in your collection? You gonna stick with that Fire Red 5?
Black Sun Fire
All
Five.
right, all right, that's cool. If your house was on fire, you can only save two shoes. What are you
Oh, that's
grabbing?
evil. That's evil.
You got two
That's
shoes.
evil. That is that. Now that's cold, dog. Ooh, if I had two shoes, well, I already know what one is. I'm trying to see. Damn. So my Travis Scott fours would for sure be one,
Okay,
and I guess I'm going black cement
okay,
threes. Off the top of my head, I know it's something else,
yeah,
but that I'm gonna be my Travis Scott fours and my black cement
yeah,
threes.
yeah. That's a good one. That's two good pairs. That's something
Yeah,
loud.
but that's her. That I ain't. God, please don't let.
No, facts. We go ahead and knock on wood, man. I don't want none of that.
Please.
None of that. I ain't even putting that energy out there, man.
Uh-huh.
Um, what's the last shoe you picked up?
The the Kobe Air Force One,
The
the
yellow?
the white
All
one.
whites. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. What's the oldest shoe in your collection? Is that
the
five?
Black Tongue Fire Reds.
Okay,
And
okay,
then after that, it's a because I like I said, I sold a lot of my collection. I think after that Black Tongue Fire Red 5, it's the Shadow 10s that came in the pack with the
yeah,
13s. That I
yeah.
think that's my second oldest pair of shoes in my collection.
Okay, okay. Um, what shoe did you pay the most for?
Man, so I want to say it was the not the closing ceremony, but I think the opening ceremony. Kith LeBron
Oh, okay,
15s.
yeah.
I paid five something
Yeah.
for them, which is not bad looking at
Looking
it now.
at it now,
But I
yeah,
think that's the most I paid. Before that, that's why I took that side. Uh, the denim LeBron 10s and the hazelnut LeBron 10s,
What a time.
which you could get for under retail right now. I paid 350 for a pair and 400 for a pair.
Man, what it, but that was what it was though, bro.
I know,
You
I
can't
know,
predict
I
the
know. You
future,
can't look
man.
at hindsight because it had a chance. It could have just shot up.
Yeah,
But the most was the damn. That's crazy. The most I paid on resale for any shoes was LeBron's.
yeah,
Yeah, LeBron's.
yeah. The most expensive shoe I ever bought was that off white, that black metallic 5, man. I said that's my favorite shoe. I was getting that shoe
Yeah,
by any means, bro.
yeah.
I went out to All Star Chicago that year. I struck out on everything I really wanted. I struck out on. I struck
The
out
Joe Fresh
on
goods that year.
everything, bro. We was in line for Joe Fresh Goods, but it was so cold, bro.
Yeah,
It was so
that's what
cold,
I heard.
snowing,
That's what
bro.
I heard.
Bro, oh my God, bro. It was so cold, bro. I struck out on the strings, Fear of Gods.
Yeah,
Um,
those like, and then also that was the same weekend that the airship and
yep, the new
the
Against Pack.
ones.
Yep,
Yep.
yep. That Kanye was riding around in his tank, dropping off the
what
Yeezys.
what was that? The Yeezy
It was the
basketball,
Quantum, yep, the
the
basketball.
quantum. Yep,
Yep.
yep.
Yeah, that was like so. I People was talking about like how good All Star was this year, and it really was as far as like
Experience,
yeah,
experience and activation. It would, yeah.
yeah,
But that All Star is still like elite. Yeah, that All Star was still
man,
elite. Yeah,
man, because like so this year I left with every shoe I wanted to get except for the band
yeah,
one, but they did
yeah.
not really releasing like that.
We know you did. Yeah, we know.
I
We
got
know.
everything I
Yeah,
came
we
for,
know.
man.
Yeah.
But in Chicago, I struck out on everything except for like the all red Chicago, the three.
The three,
Um,
you went to shine on the
um,
back.
that might be the only shoe I end up getting. I pay resale for the fives. I'm hoping to come across the string fear of God. That's the best fear of God shoe to me. That string pair. But yeah, I struck out on everything. I still had a great time, bro. So
Yeah.
it was different. It was different. Dang, All Star. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was crazy, bro. It was
Yeah. Nah,
crazy.
that was one of them. That was one of them ones. I mean, when I think about All Star Weekend, that one is up there. This year is up there.
It's up there, bro.
The year that the Galaxies dropped, that one is up
Hmm.
there.
Hmm.
'Cause then the next year we had the Area 72. That was in
Yeah,
Houston.
that was a
That
good year for me
that one
too.
was up there,
Yeah,
right? With the go well, no, the Gumbo League when that was Area 72.
yeah,
That was up there. Um, and then the year that I think now that year pissed me off though. I ain't gonna lie. The year that they had All Star, I think it was in LA when the damn Kung Fu Kenny's dropped. The
yeah, yeah.
damn court that
The
pissed me off.
Cortez, yeah,
But yeah, it's cool. But yeah, nah, that was elite All Star
for
weekend.
sure.
Next year gonna be crazy too.
Yeah, I'm,
I
I'm,
don't know
I'm
if I'm
there,
be able to swing it, but next year gonna be
man. I'm
crazy.
in there, man.
Next year gonna be
I'm
stupid.
in there.
God, dog.
I'm in there, man. My line brother live in L.A., living in the Hollywood,
Ah,
North Hollywood
see, so
area.
you, so
I
you
just I
good
just need a
then.
flight in the
You
car,
did a
man.
flight, yeah.
That's it.
Nah, LA gonna be
Yeah,
stupid
yeah,
next year for
yeah.
real,
Getting
man.
there. What was that? Paid this most for. All right, what's your favorite shoe from 2025 so far?
Oh man, I can't even. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna even lie.
Rodeo. That's a good one. That's
Yeah,
a good shoe
this
right
right
there,
here.
man.
Just it would have been the had I not been able to get these, it would have been the brick by bricks.
Bricks, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
this man, just being from the H, Texas,
yeah,
that shoe right there take a lot. It
yeah,
take a lot.
yeah. That's hard. What shoe are you looking forward to the most for the rest of 2025? I know you're gonna say that fire red five, so give me two. So give me two.
All right, so I ain't gotta say that one because that one is that's that.
Yeah.
Um, like everybody else, undefeated
Man.
fours. Honestly, at the top of the list right now of things that, because like I know it's some stuff that you can't put out
Hmm.
there. Of the stuff that's out though,
Yeah.
undefeated fours and pink awake fives.
Them fives
Them
cold.
fives,
Oh,
dog.
the five,
Them fives
the
crazy.
five.
So undefeated fours, pink awake fives for sure.
And I like that black away pair too. A lot of people just navigating towards the pink because its pop is loud, but that black one is one of them ones to me, bro.
Yeah, no, I would say the black ones. I wasn't feeling them at first, but
Yeah,
they came on.
yeah.
They came on.
And you mentioned undefeated four, bro. I just gotta kind of like these these shoes that are re-releasing this year is crazy, bro. Like Galaxies, undefeateds,
What,
like
what the Kobe eights?
what
What
the
the Kobe
Kobe
eights?
eights, like
What the Kobe eights? Like that Galaxies we kind of knew. What the Kobe eights?
yeah,
Undefeated
undefeated
fours.
Tokyo
Tokyo,
five,
like dog, it's where we at
yeah,
with it. It's crazy. And the
yeah,
thing is, this is just the simmer. This is just the preheat for
mm,
next year.
yeah,
This is the preheat. The oven is barely, you turn on, it's trying to. That's it. This ain't even
yeah,
the.
yeah,
This
yeah.
ain't even. Oh,
It,
man. This
it,
ain't even it,
it's
dog.
so
Like.
crazy,
And
bro.
that's what's making me just look at this year differently because next year it's gonna be stupid.
Yeah,
We ain't even talking about neon 85
95,
95s. We ain't even
man.
talking about the 85 high
The
breads. Like
Reds,
who
yeah,
yeah, like
yeah,
come on, dog. It's
yeah,
the shoes that have come back out this year and that are coming back out
mm.
next year gonna hurt so many. It's gonna be beautiful, but I'm gonna have to pick my. Hey, nah, yeah,
It'll be a beautiful pain.
nah.
And the bread one is another one of them shoes for me too. So I got that bread one in Celtic pack back in '08. That
Yep,
was '08.
yep. When that
The DMP
yeah,
pack,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
DMP.
that bread one, I got the '08. I got 13, 16. I got reverse bread. That's same. This is one of the
That's
same
one of
shoes for me.
the ones that every version. Yeah,
I
I
need it.
got you.
I need it.
I
I need
got you.
it. That's one of the ones. Another question, not on the list, but what's been your favorite re-release? Like out of, like the grills, like them Galaxies, Tokyos, Undefeateds. Like what's
Galaxy,
Galaxy number
easy.
what title for?
Galaxy is because, and I'm gonna say Galaxy. The close second is what the Kobe's.
Okay.
And what the Kobe Ace. I guess I never thought I'd be able to get the
Yeah.
Galaxies ever, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I for sure never thought I'd get the what the Kobe Ace. Like
Same.
Galaxies, I didn't think, but what the Kobe Ace,
Same. 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 Same.
like
Same.
I
Same.
didn't think so. Those are the two that's like, yeah, like
Yeah.
I am grateful that I was able to those came back out and I was able to get them for retail. And I actually like the retro version of the Galaxy they a little bit more saturated. The
Yeah.
color pop a little bit more on this version than the older
Yeah.
version.
Yeah. And I've been talking about Kobe's a lot lately, bro. Respectfully, they kind of I don't know. I feel like they kind of slugging Kobe out a little bit. They
Oh,
doing
let's keep
Kobe
it a bug.
everything.
I
Like
mean,
you
bro,
feel me?
you got.
But
I was cool with the
yeah,
sixes. I was cool with the eights. Throw some fours in
yeah,
there. Now you doing Kalen Clark fives.
yeah,
You got about 20 pair Air Force
yeah,
Ones, which I want probably about three colorways of it.
yeah, yeah. I
When
would
I
buy
saw
all.
when I saw now when I saw this room, I said, "Now come on, dog.
Yeah,
Kobe SB Dunks."
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
said, "Nah,
yeah,
I hope
yeah.
this was one of the like Kobe SB Dunks."
Yeah, they slutting them out a little bit, man. They doing
Yeah.
all kind of clothes. I mean, and it's cool for the Kobe fans. So like, I'm not completely against it, but it's just crazy. So many forces. They talking about dunks, some Lower Marion dunk packs and Air Force One packs. They talking about they got all these Kobe sixes, all these Kobe five colorways, and the only thing. So I'm kind of cool on the. I got all the Kobe sixes that I wanted. That Kobe eight, what the Kobe eight is the only Kobe eight I really, really, really need. I just need a couple Kobe sevens, and I'm
I
really
want
I'm kind of cool on it.
I want the Air Force Ones. I want the orange ones that's dropping this month.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The WNBAs.
Yeah, yeah,
And then I want the Statue of Liberties.
Yeah, that Jalen Brunson,
That
man.
Jalen Brunson. Yeah, nah, Playboy, you
Woo!
said you don't need no blessing for them because you
No,
got all those sixes you want.
but
No, nah.
I forgot about that Brunson pair, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So like
Ooh
the
wee,
the WNBAs and the Statue of Liberty sixes for sure.
man,
They're on the
man,
list. The
man.
purple forces, and I think maybe that burgundy pair, maybe they're on the list.
Yeah.
Um, and it's a lenticular pair, like a teal, green, blue.
Mhm.
They're on the list. Other than that, like if it's a Kobe six, I'm gonna look
Yeah,
at it because that's my
yeah, yeah,
favorite Kobe silhouette, and that's one of my favorite Nike
yeah,
shoes. But anything else, it gotta be executed for me a certain way to say, all right, let me grab it.
yeah, yeah. A lot of this upcoming stuff gonna be retailer bust. Like if I hit cool,
Yep.
I ain't
That's
putting
hey,
no extra
hey.
bag on it. Like,
That's where we at
yeah,
with
yeah.
it. Retailer bus.
Hmm.
I'm good.
All right. Let's say one is coming. Let's say someone is coming into town that's never been here. What are two shoe stores and two food spots that they need to go to in Houston?
So two stores for sure. I don't want to do our Whitaker group. Um, I'm gonna say since they pretty much have the same shoes, I'm gonna say I'm on my year for
Hmm.
shoe store, one shoe store, and I'm trying to decide. I guess it depends on what Houston experience they want. Do they want to be in Houston
Yeah,
and we got an active athlete,
yeah,
or do you want to
yeah.
be? So is the if you want the hey Houston, we got an active athlete. If you want still Houston, but is in a better area, we got premium
Premium goods.
goods.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Straight up. That's what I
Yeah.
was. I knew that was coming.
So actually, I say them three. Restaurant, it be I you know, because it's trendy to. I mean, not trendy, but we know about it. But if this your first time coming, Breakfast Club,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and if you don't live in Atlanta or somewhere, we're gonna go to Papa Do's.
Straight
I
up.
mean, that's what we'll go. If because the other stuff you might have in your city, but you're not gonna have Breakfast Club, and more than likely you're not gonna have Papa
Straight
Do's.
up.
So I'm gonna say them too.
Straight up. That's two good ones. That's two good ones. Um, Last question, man. If you had to suggest one person to get on a future episode, you got to help me get them. Who would that be?
Um, for sure, Pat. He would be an amazing guest. This show would run like 3 hours long though, because Pat gonna talk about a lot of stuff. Um, Pat for sure. Uh, I would say what else have I had on out here? Um, Pat. Uh, uh, Flim, Flim, Flim. Not from out here, but you know Flim.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
I've been thinking about. He on my list. I ain't hit him up yet, but he on my list
Flim
though.
not. But he Flim gonna and he gonna talk to you about Jordan 20s.
What?
Um,
Tell me about it.
yeah.
Tell me about it, dog. Tell me about it, man.
He gonna talk to you about Jordan 20s. Hat film, for sure, I would say. And then if you want to start getting into like some of the stores, for sure. I mean, it would be dope if Jen was on here.
Yeah.
Samo, Samo De Niro, for sure.
Hmm.
I would say get him on here. So I mean, yeah, I mean I can give you a list,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that off
yeah.
the top of my head, that's what I'm going
Yeah,
with.
we'll get with it. We'll get with it. Um, Last thing, bro. You can go ahead and close out a little bit. Tell the people where they can find you, what you got coming up, what you working on that you want them to look out for, bro.
So yeah, man. First, glad that you created this. I know this is not easy to go ahead and do because we know how saturated this space
Hmm.
is. So it's dope that you was like, I don't
Yeah.
care, and you just went ahead and still did it. So kudos to you for that, man, because it takes courage, it takes delusion, it takes just being like whatever. Because like I said, we know it's a lot in this space, right?
Hmm.
But nobody has their voice.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you did it. I'm looking forward to seeing how it grows. Thank you for having me on
Yeah,
in the early run
yeah,
in any way that I can support as far as like if you want to take it to a podcast form or whatever, just let me know.
yeah.
I can assist with you on that. But yeah, I'm happy that you did it, especially at the age, we fight for our love out here
Yeah,
and it be tough, it be difficult.
yeah,
So glad you do it. I hope to see it grow. I hope that future guests we look on and don't be three and four, be
yeah,
400. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And just people just having fun, joining the conversation.
Mhm,
For as me, hire LXNG across the board here. Um, Not really YouTube, but some YouTube.
mhm.
Pretty much Instagram is my main platform.
Oh,
I don't really stray too far away. And as far as what I got coming up next, I got a lot of I started back recording my podcast. The first one I did today, I was like, shit, I'm getting on this live. I might as well just,
keep it going.
you know what I'm saying, warm up. So I did. It did not sound the greatest to me.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put it out tomorrow
Mhm,
anyway.
mhm.
So I got that coming up. I got some content that's aligned with the podcast
Yeah.
coming up. And yeah, like gonna continue to do these very short films,
Mhm.
gonna grow it, and just continue to get the work out of what I love in this space and just what I love with photography and cinematography. And because the goal is to become a director and make movies. That's really the goal. I'm always love photography. I'm always love, but I want to become a director and do film. So. Long ways away from that, but we working towards it. And you can catch me at your local sneaker event. If it's an event, I'm more than likely gonna be
That's
there.
a fact.
Uh, Either I'm working it or I'm networking
Mhm,
or I'm just enjoying what's going on or I'm documenting it because I love to, especially when it's in Houston, I love to just document whatever is going on because like I said, Houston, in my eyes, can stand toe to toe with New York, LA,
mhm.
Chicago, whatever. It's just we different. We got a little twang to us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But we here and we passionate and we just as creative, just as thoughtful and fashionable, stylish as everybody else. So yeah,
that's
that's
crazy.
that's that's what you can expect from me coming up soon.
All right, man. Well, I don't want to take up your whole night, bro, but I definitely appreciate you for joining. I appreciate you being one of my early guests. I'm definitely gonna put you on the back end of the list, and we're gonna run it back as it grow. Um,
Hey,
so
for
definitely
sure.
be expecting the invite to come back around, man.
Yeah, now when your audience grows to thousands, just prepare. Just I want the questions first
All
after with that because I need to
right,
be
all right,
prepared.
all right. Straight up, bro. But no, I definitely appreciate you, bro. I know you're busy. Taking time out your day, man. It means a lot to me, bro. And I appreciate your support. You know, we're gonna see each other around, man. It's all love
Oh
every
yeah,
every time.
in the city, out the city, whatever.
Yeah,
You know what
straight.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Appreciate you, proud of you, man. Keep it up, keep going, keep working your bloom, and we'll see each other on the other side.
yeah, straight up, man. Appreciate everybody for joining in, man. This will be on YouTube in a couple of days, man. It's gonna be clipped as well, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.